Dude, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Good to be here in Lake George.
Thanks for coming up. That
just
sounded very radio-esque. Like George, you have some good bass in it.
Yeah, I think I default to radio voice whenever I get the headphones on my head from doing the Sanctuary in Troy.
Oh, yeah.
That was just like you started right as I was kind of petering off from doing that. But you've done it with Juan, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
We went down and promoted the the competition. We were both. It was myself, Juan, and Greg and Tyler were on, and Tyler had already performed.
And Tyler's already being brought up. I was listening to the Juan and Greg episode. We're already talking about Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler's still locked in the basement, everybody.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I want to make this a running gag. So
I came up to say, free Tyler.
Yeah. Also, that Palestinian stuff. Him and Tyler. Them and Tyler.
Tyler's not Palestinian?
I don't know. I'd have to ask. I've never clarified, to be honest with you.
Shout out to Tyler.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Tyler Artist. He's going to be the most talked about person on this podcast without ever being on it. He's going to be like the 50th episode. We're going to finally.
I'm excited. I'm excited to contribute to the lore.
Yeah. No, it's been good. You're getting a lazy version of Caleb today, by the way.
Oh, nice. That's why you're wearing sweatpants?
Yeah. Normally I make an effort. I'm like, all right, I'm going to shave. I'm going to put gel in my hair. I'm going to I woke up like 5 minutes before you came here.
Your shave looks cleaner than mine, dude. You're good.
Oh, I didn't even do that. I worked last night, and I think I got like maybe 2 hours of sleep.
Okay, so you worked last night as an EMS.
Mm-hmm.
So were you just like waiting around, or did you have some shit go down?
We had one call like right at the beginning of shift, which took about like 3.5 hours because it was a transfer to Albany from the area I was working. And that just takes a long time because, especially with that nature of the call, which we'll talk about. I just can't share patient information, but the poor lady like had broken her femur, and she was an older lady, so she was in a ton of pain. Due to like issues with her hip, we couldn't splint her leg normally, which is weird because, hold on. Normally for femur fractures, you would pull traction on the leg, and that would alleviate a lot of the pain because your bones, when they break, is like digging into your muscles, and that's what you're feeling. So pulling traction kind of alleviates that. But we couldn't for her because of his issues with her hip. So we just had to load her up with a bunch of drugs.
Okay, that's what the story got.
Yeah. I had her feeling wonderful. She was
nice.
Like, which is a really rewarding part of my job because like we deal with a lot of people that are in true legit pain, and we've got some really good drugs to help with that.
I never thought about that. That's got to be a satisfying part.
It is. I have given so many people fentanyl.
Oh my God, you're just like my neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah, just exactly. Yeah, no.
I heard that about Lake George. I heard you guys did that.
We're very generous, yeah. You can come and take a ride in a boat and get an amp of fentanyl. No. It's funny, like, especially with, well, almost everybody, when we'll get to talking about, like, pain management for people that are in, like, a lot of pain, and I'll be like, okay, I've got some options for you, and I'm like, I've got fentanyl, yeah, I've also got morphine, okay, I've got ketamine. It's like everything just like progressively gets worse. But I'm like, it's all like legal, like very medical stuff. It's not like what you're getting on the street.
That's the perfect time to try it because it's like,
yeah,
if you have a doctor there, it's
I'm literally going to be monitoring your breathing and your heart rate the whole way to the hospital. So like, if it's too much, I got another drug for that. So
that sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you ever got to test some stuff,
yeah. No, I gave a lot of fentanyl last night.
But you are like tired from work.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I wouldn't have thought you look fine. You seemed prepared. You poured me some coffee. I wouldn't have thought you were.
It's all an act,
running
dude.
on. No, it's funny with the EMS stuff because my parents' house way down in Greenville, New York, the ambulance, like the house where they all stay when they're waiting on calls.
Yep.
Used to be right in the middle of town, and they just bought the place right next door to my parents' house.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so now
cool.
it's like now I feel like royalty. It's like, it's like if anything happens
they're gonna
with
be right
my family,
there.
they're ready, dude. They're ready to go.
Yeah. I don't think people like think about that too often. That is like a consideration of mine if I'm choosing somewhere to live, is like their level of EMS care. Because if something bad happens and like I'm not able to like help myself, or like I need an ambulance, but I'm in a rural spot, it could be like, excuse me, coffee's moving through me, dude. It could be like upwards of like 15, 20, even longer than that minutes for a ambulance to get to you. So if you're like bleeding out your ass and you like, not that they're gonna stop that necessarily, but like they can't help you, or it's gonna be a while. So I always live somewhere that's nearby an ambulance.
Yeah, I never even thought about it. I didn't know it could be that good. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. If I knew ketamine was involved, would have moved next to one sooner.
Mom, Dad, you guys ever want to do some fentanyl?
Yeah.
No, it's a sweet spot.
I should also say, don't call 911 if you're wanting drugs, which we get.
Yeah,
That happens. People learn the system. There's people that are drug addicts that will call and be like, "Oh, I'm in all this pain," and we're like, "No, you're not. No, you're not. Get in the ambulance. We'll take you to the hospital."
Sneaky. That's tricky.
Very sneaky. Yeah.
Well, if you smoke too much pot, you don't need to call 911, guys. Just
Yeah.
cover all
true.
the bases.
Yeah. So like this made me think 2 years ago I had a patient that took edibles for the first time.
Well, yeah, of course. That's what I mean. It's that's the classic story.
She like, have you done edibles before?
Yeah, I'm not like that into them. I'd rather smoke weed, but
Sure.
it's like it's a little more intense.
Yeah. What would you think is like a normal dose for like you're starting off?
I honestly don't. I don't really get into the whole milligrams thing because I assume like people feel it at like 5, but I don't really know what's intense. And
same. I've not done them. I've heard 5 is like a good like kind of start off there, even less than that, and kind of build up. This lady took 650 milligrams of edibles her first time.
She's cool.
She felt she was she had enough energy to open her eyes and look at me and be like, "I think I've died." And I'm like, "Your vitals suggest otherwise. you have a heart rate right now, so you're good." She was having a great time.
Was her heart rate like out of control?
It was actually really high because she was freaking out.
Well, you'd think,
yeah,
if you're that nervous, because I feel like the weed wouldn't even correlate with whether it should go up or down. It's more like how you feel about it.
Yeah.
Because I only ever smoked weed twice before high school or before college, and the first time I like didn't really feel it. It was whatever. But the second time, it was me with my older brother, and we smoked out of a pipe, and I burnt my throat.
Oh boy.
And then he just like left me alone to go take a shit. And I'm sitting in my room, like my throat's just like pulsing, and I'm like freaking out a little bit because it like hurt, but like the like this body high is coming on where like it felt like a needle was going through my eye at one point. It felt like one of my eardrums was just like pop, like all these like weird things I didn't know how to take, and my heart was beating fast, and I kept getting up and pacing around the room, and it was just me freaking out, but I didn't know that weed could do that to somebody.
Yeah.
So I convinced myself he had laced it with cocaine. And then he just came back from taking a shit.
That's crazy.
And he was like, "No, you're fine."
Yeah. It does. Like people get really paranoid on it. But that sucks. You burn your throat too. That's
but you know, shit happens. It's like
I'd be freaking out. That's like the first time I took pre-workout. There's some pre-workout that has this is a weird jump kind of.
I didn't know pre-workout could be so intense.
It is. They make some that have some stimulants in it to where it'll make your skin tingle, and I didn't know that, so I got some from a company that I really wanted to try, and I took some, and then I left to go to the gym, and on my way my skin just started tingling, and I'm like, I think I'm having a fucking allergic reaction right now. And I like pull over and I Google like, is this a normal thing? And they're like, yeah, this has like the brand you got has stimulants in it, so make it do that. So I'm like, phew. I wish they would have advertised that a little bit more on the packaging, so I knew.
Yeah, you're gonna be buzzing off this stuff. You're gonna.
It was kind of a neat feeling, but it wasn't. I was relieved that it wasn't a allergic reaction.
Wow, this is a really drug-heavy podcast.
Let's
Let's get back to Tyler Artis.
Yeah. I should have a picture of him.
He should
Flash
be
it
wearing
on the
the hat.
screen. Yeah, like those ads on like the old milk cartons. Like this man is missing. Maybe I'll make posters. We'll see how far I want to take it.
Okay.
But we'll make posters with like the little pull tabs and like if you've seen this man, call and it's his number.
Let's see if the next guest brings it up. It's
Yeah,
that's the test if you're a real listener.
Yeah, if you're a true fan, we'll keep this going.
No, it's good to be up here in Lake George, but it's a little traumatizing. I play so much over at the Lake George Beach Club, throughout the year, and so driving up here, I just get like parking PTSD.
Yeah, yeah. This is a different time of year for you. Yeah, it's nice and calm right now. There's like probably hardly anybody around.
So much chiller. You let me park by the firehouse where it says emergency only.
Yeah. You're going to get towed, but that's not my problem at that point. You won't notice till you're done. I stop recording. I lock the door. You're good.
Perfect.
No,
Break out
it's
the
good.
fentanyl.
Yeah. Yeah, it is different vibes. So, okay, so let's talk Brad Monkell. Tell us about yourself. So, musician, comic, recently turned carpenter, or how do you? I don't know how you describe it, but
Carpenter's generous. Yeah.
okay.
Getting to be handy man is.
Yeah.
I've been doing music for like over 10 years now. Like,
Nice.
I started right before high school, but like since I got out of high school, I've been gigging and
It sounds much cooler when you say gigging too. It's like the official lingo.
yeah, I mean, when I was out of high school, it was like playing high school musicals.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
like, I guess that's gigging.
Yeah.
It's not the coolest, but it's fun. I like starting out doing that. But I was helping my parents out with fixing some stuff up at their house last year, and I kind of realized I like working on stuff too. So I've been trying to learn about that on the side. I've been doing comedy for almost 5 years now, besides like 2 other sets I had done, and I'm trying to keep taking that serious to learn about that. But at the end of the day, I really have to keep focusing on music, and
Yeah.
I've been lucky to be able to do that as my, pretty much full-time thing. I'll, now I'm picking up some handyman stuff on the side to supplement that. But yeah, no, I love being able to do, music on top of all that. And it kind of helps with doing the comedy. It feels like I have a better stage presence as a musician.
I feel like that would help a lot. Yeah. I mean, especially with rowdy crowds. If you're at the beach club performing, it probably helps you maintain some calmness.
They don't hand me the mic a lot in that band.
That's right.
It's a 10-piece band, and we were like trying to get like corporate and wedding clients. So it's not the best time for me to test out my jokes.
Yeah. So I shit my pants the other day. What? Catch.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But also I knew you sang. You got all these instruments here. I didn't realize how involved you were with music.
Yeah.
Also.
I don't do any like performance stuff right now. I'm at the stage right now where I only really have time to just kind of fiddle around every once in a while. I really want to pick it back up. Like I love to sing. I love playing guitar and piano. I love doing like group stuff, but I kind of have to pick between like work, comedy, and that kind of takes a back burner for now.
I feel you, man. It's hard to, because comedy this summer a little bit had to take a back burner. It's tough to.
Yeah.
So you want to feel like you're not detracting from one thing.
Yeah.
Or your main focus.
Yeah. Got to pay the bills somehow.
Yeah. But I feel like I've hit a good balance with comedy, and where I'm still slowly making progress. It's just it's weird because you're like in a comedy scene and you want to show that you're working hard, but also it's like I can't expect to get it at the same rate as someone who's making that their first thing,
their sole mission in life. Yeah.
There's
guys that are able to make like every open mic, and which is cool. Like I wish I could, but I like work. Like last night I was working. I worked the night before that and the night before that. And there's not any open mics during like the noon, so it's a little limiting, but yeah. So you started off in music before comedy. How long have you what was your start in music? Did you like high school time you started doing that, or?
So I was like, from a young age, I loved listening to music, and then I started playing trombone in 4th grade, and I was really bad.
Yeah. Like, oh, is there?
That's,
No. Yeah.
oh, perfect.
Something you couldn't do.
I could not do that. That sounded beautiful. I was working on a joke recently where I was saying, like, what's, that's sad to be a failed trombonist, but it's like, what's the best case scenario for the trombone? The most famous noise.
Yeah.
It's disappointment.
Yeah. You can't even play it for yourself.
Yeah.
That'd be rough.
But I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of like going through the motions, like barely knowing how to interpret what I was doing for the sheet music, and just, tying for last with the other bad trombone players.
Sure. Yeah.
In the third section for years. But then right before high school, I started playing bass. I borrowed one from a friend. And my older brother is a guitarist, and he definitely had a lot more. I mean, I don't know how natural it felt to him, but he definitely took off a lot faster and was a good guitarist pretty quickly. And he was going to college for music education.
Nice.
So he taught me like music theory and guitar technique for bass.
Sure.
And then I realized, like, oh, I can get better at this. Or that helped me realize, like, oh, you can teach yourself to get better at things. Like, I was really into drawing, and I was like, I could do well in school if I was into something, but I'd never put forth any effort, so I was always just like a schmuck.
Yeah.
And so music kind of made me realize, like, oh, I actually can learn to be good at things if I put the effort in.
It's kind of funny. I'm just kind of the same way. Like, I almost need someone to give me permission to get better at something, like music or something. Like, I need someone to kind of open that door for me to think the same way of like, oh, I can actually pursue this. Comedy was kind of the same way.
You've got the stuff, kid.
Yeah. Actually, I was telling Jay that. He was like, the first open mic I went to at Comedy Works, he was there, and he like told me, I had like an okay set. Like, I had like maybe one or two jokes that were okay. And he was like, yeah, keep coming back. Like, there's something there. And I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
No, but so,
well, that's the thing. It's like, it's really about work, because I had no innate music ability, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize that what you can get out of putting that work in. Like, of course, there's natural talent. It's tough with the open mics, because every once in a while, someone comes through and you're like, I don't think they're gonna stick around. So it's like, I want to be polite and be like, hey man, good for you for trying it. But there's certain people where you're like, this guy's there's a screw loose. Like, how much do I encourage this?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's where this is the anecdote.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, it's a weird time to push that subject in the comedy scene around here. No, yeah. I think that, and then I'm also like, I wonder who thought that about me. I wonder who's like, this kid needs to get the fuck out of here.
No, but like, you always seemed like you knew what you like were like doing, like what you wanted. You had material ready to go. That's the main thing. Is if you see someone who's like a little unhinged, but they're not even like bringing material. It's like, what are you doing?
Or the effort's not there. Yeah, that almost pisses me off, because I'm like, yeah, you're new, you're trying to figure things out, but like, if you don't prepare, you get up, you're taking stage time that someone else like is yearning for. Like I could use that 5 minutes to like really try to work out a material, or like just try out a new joke that I've been thinking about, and like I spent an hour driving here like rehearsing it in my head, and then now I have to sit through you who didn't prepare anything, and you think you're just going to be funny off the rip. Like, it does irritate me. I can feel my blood pressure rising.
No, but I still like to be welcoming, and it's like, I love everyone in the scene, but you got to write. That's the main thing. If you're going to come to the open mics, you got to write, and you got to, if you're new, eat shit for a while. Like, don't think it's going. don't think you're gonna fit right into the scene right away. That's the main thing I would say to like the new people. But like, that's like extreme cases. Like, I had a guy who like I could like come into, when I hosted a mic in Troy, like I couldn't even tell if he was like homeless or what, but he definitely had like some schizophrenia or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's like, well, at what point do you tell the guy? I don't know if you're getting what you want out of this, but never felt that about you. Don't worry.
Yeah. And that guy's name is Duncan Harris. No, Episode 5.
But I mean, the same kind of thing does happen in music, but it's a little, you can practice at home. So it's like a different barrier to entry.
I practice comedy here. Like, I've got a mic stand right there, which I use for shows that I produce. But I'll fucking like pull this out and I'll just sit there and like run through my material and I put on there's like a like background talking noise thing you can get on Spotify that actually I probably pulled up. I'll put that on really loudly and I'll just do my comedy over that, like practice my sets. So I'm like, okay, if by chance someone like decides to have a conversation in the middle of the show, it's not going to throw me off as bad.
Interesting.
Which is funny. Maybe I should make like a heckle soundtrack, but it's hold on, let me see if we can pull this up.
That's a good idea. I consider the practice at home the writing and like conceptualizing the set, but I've definitely like tried to do that because that's great practice to like actually practice saying it.
Yeah.
But like I'm just not good at like talking to myself. Like I can't just start talking like that way. Like it's not gonna come out the same way. I have to like put myself up there and then the words like start flowing. It's hard for me to like really practice how the set's gonna be.
Oh, it works. Okay. This is I'm trying not to blare it. There's like a whole bunch of playlists of just this. Like
oh yeah, this is what my sets sound like.
Yeah.
Yes. When I'm doing a bass solo, forget about it.
Yeah. You know, there's like a recording in a mall somewhere.
Yeah, this is totally my jazz practice track.
Yeah. There's all kinds. There's like cafeteria, people talking, version 1, people talking, version 2.
Yeah, this sounds like Bill Evans live at the Village Vanguard.
Yeah. I'll put that on and just play it really loudly and do my material over it just to practice.
That's
and
interesting.
I have found like when I do that, I feel a lot more prepared on stage. So I think it does translate pretty well to like actual like a better performance. But
that is like cool practice to do because I know it would work. It's just like usually I'm just like sitting there and I'm like trying to write, and then I'm like, oh, I got to prep for the set. Like, and then I've done it a few times where I'm like, try to just start talking out loud, like in the car or something. And I'm just like, I can't stay.
It's
like,
hard. Yeah, it's weird to stay focused for it
because it's not even like even people who are like just doing stuff in their normal day and will say things to themselves. It's like it's not even like that's like crazy to just like get your thoughts out that way. But then to like even like actually focus and do it, I just can't get into that zone.
Yeah, it is weird. I feel weird talking. I pretend like if I'm in the car and I'm driving down the interstate and I'm like driving past a bunch of cars and I'm like acting out a bit or whatever, I'm like pretending I'm on the phone so people aren't like this fucking lunatic. It's like it's yeah.
That's the other thing. It's so easy to like feel self-conscious even when like no one's paying any attention.
Nobody's gonna give a
it's
shit.
Like,
they don't care.
But yeah, it's just like your thought will go somewhere else while you're trying to practice or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's like part of the. I guess the goal is to get to a point where you're just like unfazed, like you're just staying in the pocket of the bit. So that's a cool way to look at it. I like that.
It's fun. I'm doing it a lot. Yeah,
but yeah, so with the music stuff, when I started, I was like I said, really bad. And when I got into bass, I was really into punk rock. So the bar is very low in punk rock. I was like, oh, it's okay that I'm bad. But I was very serious about it early on. Sure. But I was like, oh, I'm going to end up living in a van. That's literally like what I thought was going to happen. Because I'm like, well, I like punk bass, so I guess this is my only option.
I didn't choose this life, it chose me.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
So it was bass guitar?
Yeah.
What you did? Okay. Yeah. I should have assumed if it was punk rock, you're not doing a stand-up bass for
I mean,
it could be.
And I started playing upright because I was learning about jazz pretty shortly after that, but it was still pretty like fresh for me. But I started playing upright because the school had one that had been broken for years, and they repaired it just because they knew I was interested.
Nice.
And that took a long time to get together. The upright hurts compared to electric. It's like that's a much more demanding instrument.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's huge. Like it's taller. It's probably just as taller than you are, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It's and it's just like the pressure you're putting with your hands and how rough the strings are. And you're early on, you're without realizing it, I'm like plucking harder than I have to. But you're getting like blisters and like it's like arm wrestling a tree to play that. It's like
you look like you're getting fights coming home from band practice. Like,
yeah. No, there were gigs I would come home with like a big blood blister. There was a time where I got at least 2 of my fingers in one rehearsal.
Oh wow. That sucks.
But now I've come along, but that took years to get together. But then my older brother, his big thing, he did different styles, but he played a lot of musicals, and he after college he moved down to the city and played like a lot of like Broadway stuff. He was
nice.
subbing for like 7 different musicals down there.
Oh.
So he helped me figure out how to get like the high school musical gigs in my area after I got out of high school.
Yeah. So
that's what I started out doing. And then when I moved to Albany, I started going to jazz jams.
Yeah.
So I transitioned into more of that stuff, you know. Yeah. The punk thing. I was in a punk band for a bit in college, but by that time I was more into jazz anyway, so it's like that didn't really stay the focus. You know?
That's cool. So jazz is kind of your like the band that you're in is are they cover but also jazz, or do they what's the mix there?
Well I play with I gig and I just end up playing with a bunch of different bands. I fill in with people. I do gigs where I just put together my own group to just based on what I know they know, and we'll just pull tunes together, and the jazz part of it informs that. But my personal band, Bad Monk, is like jazz funk.
A great name, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's but I don't want it to be a specific thing. That's I don't. Jazz is a convenient way to describe jazz, but it really is not a good term, and genres are kind of like when you really get in the nitty gritty, like most genre terms are kind of useless.
Yeah.
But especially jazz. But it's a jazz funk group in the sense that there's a lot of funk grooves and jazz improvisation.
Sure. Yeah.
It's more the influence, but like I don't usually really even tell them what to play. Like I just like bring an idea.
Yeah.
And or if we're doing a cover, we'll take that and we'll just try to go somewhere else with it. And we'll do other styles. I'll just like play whatever you feel like playing. Like that's more the approach. But we definitely like flesh stuff out. We have like an idea of where we're going with certain tunes, but that's more my approach when a gig is like jazz. Whereas the pop band I play with is like a 10-piece band called 10 Most Wanted, and we do a lot of corporate and like wedding stuff, but we'll do club and bar gigs and stuff, like Georgia Beach Club.
So you're a very popular group up here. Every time you guys come to town, I've got friends at like the Firehouse. We're like, oh, they're coming. They're here this weekend. Like, we got to go. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
No, good crowds come through there. So
it's always a fun show. That is interesting though. Like that, I think the idea of like improv music is typically associated with jazz. But I feel like there's other genres that are tied into it. Like you can improv like rock if you wanted to, but like people don't think of it that way.
Yeah, and everyone like Bach could improvise. You know what I mean? Like people have done that. It's not like it didn't exist.
Right.
There's just it definitely is a specific type of improvisation. And there's just different things to focus on. It's like people say jazz, but really like real jazz musicians, especially like historically, that term is like an insulting term. Because it was, when it started out, it was kind of like a put down to black musicians when the term first came around. And it's, I try not to even use it that much unless it's like, it's just a good way to tell people what you're talking about, because that's what they think of it as. But when they hear jazz, they just think of like saxophone solo. Like it's but that's like swing music kind of. All music swings, but it's like that swing music. But really, I think what jazz is about, what it really means when people are talking about that as a genre is like it's about improvisation, but in a way that's it follows a certain history of musicians, but also the point is like the musicians are like allowed to bring their personality into the music. It's not like a conductor or a composer is is getting everybody to do what they're picturing. Like to a certain extent, it can be like that, but it's like there's more encouragement for the individual people to make their own choices and bring their personality and communicate within the song, and like take chances and stuff. So,
which is really cool. Jazz is like, well, I said now I'm saying that type of music, like live performance, is my favorite to go watch. Just because of that. Like, I love when people, you could tell like they're not just reading sheet music or like playing chords. They're just kind of doing their own thing, but it blends so well. Is like, it gives me chills almost sometimes.
Well, it's the most like comedy because there is that aspect of like it's better to see live.
Yeah.
And it's very like that. It's always specific to that night.
Yeah. And it's kind of better at pulling a reaction of like from the audience of like, wow, that, because you can kind of tell when like if you're watching a band or a group that's playing and they do something that is like new or like just worked out really well or was cool, like, and you see their reactions, that almost makes you like more fired up for them, like when they're playing too. So like for example, like New Orleans, like I lived down there for a while. I went back there for
you're gonna be a firearm instructor, right?
Yeah, episode
6
Haunted Great. We talked about it a little bit. But yeah, like obviously there's a shit ton of music down there that is very much so just kind of like what people think is jazzy, but all kinds of different styles. But it's that, like, you go walk down like Bourbon Street and there's just groups like every few corners that are playing, and I would just sit there and watch for hours because they're all incredibly talented. Like, all of them are just, they have like an idea of a song they're doing, but it's different every single time, and the entertainment value is just there. Like, they're playing music, but like people like have to stop and watch because it's just so good.
Well, and a lot of it's like you can tell when the musicians are having a good time, and that really translates in a certain way. Because like wrong notes don't really matter. It's like when someone's having fun and doing a good job. I make mistakes all the time on gigs. It's like what I feel like I got into a better place when I just learned to like accept that and focus on listening to who I'm playing with, but like also just like not getting caught up in a moment that just happened. Yeah. And it's the same in comedy. It's like you have to be able to just keep rolling and not keep thinking about the thing you just flubbed or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But I try to bring that improvisational thing into other styles. And like with 10 Most Wanted, I've played with a lot of like pop cover groups before, throughout the years. And I like doing those types of gigs, but the thing I like the most about 10 Most Wanted in particular is, I mean, we're really tight. We play really, I like the direction we lean, where it's a lot like pretty funk driven pop stuff, or we'll take pop stuff and push it in that direction too. But we're very good at going, right into the next song, keep people dancing. It's very tight in that regard, but everyone in the band is pretty comfortable improvising in that sense, or like taking chances and putting our personality in the music. It's like the jazziest of a pop band that I've played with, and that's I think part of what makes it click is that we're like willing to have that personality as a band, and we're not just like going through the motions,
Sure. Yeah, that is cool. Have you ever done like a mixed like comedy music show kind of thing, or like?
I've never done like a set with my instrument in my hands or whatever, but I've done the first few shows I produced. I did it where I had a house band. The first one I produced, I had Jeffrey Osmus at Lark Street Tavern, and that show sold great.
Nice.
The playing was fun. It's when I'm hosting, it's a really nice confidence boost to get done doing something you've been doing way longer. Like I just get off the bass and go right into my set, and I'm like, I don't have to prove anything. I feel so comfortable already. I wish I could like be the house band for every show I perform on, because it's like I'm already like in a good headspace, like having fun.
Yeah.
Before, but that show was great. Did a lot of fun, and then I had a couple other shows lined up where I was doing a band with it, and the second one did not sell nearly as well. Like, and then I was like, damn, this is gonna be hard to maintain. Like I would do that for more shows, but unless I know there's gonna be a really good turnout, it's like it's hard to guarantee the extra pay for 3 more people who are kind of doing something that's a little more like, well, I mean, it's just, you know, obviously you want to get the comedians paid, but you know, comedians also like want stage time, and they'll like work with you and be gung ho. Where it's like the guys in my band are in other bands, they're playing a lot. It's like it is like their job, and it's like I can't be like, we'll see how it goes. I kind of want to be like, this is what it's gonna pay.
Yeah, you should pay the comedians. You have to pay the musicians.
Yes.
Like,
and it's just more people. It's like if there's only so much for the comedians to begin with, it's like I have to give that to them. I can't bring in, you know, the musicians, and I want to get it to that point where I could every time I produce a show do that, but it's tough because it's like I've had shows where it's like I got a piece done on the news, I did radio promo and like put up flyers like all around the area, and it's like sometimes it just doesn't
return.
It doesn't translate.
It is really tough. I was talking to Kay about that episode 4.
Tyler Artis.
RP man. Yeah, just know if you're watching, Tyler, love you, brother. We're out for you. We're gonna try to find you.
Love you, man. Let's watch The Lion King together sometime.
Is that an inside joke?
You don't know that joke of his?
No.
Oh, good.
I don't remember. No, I don't think so. I'll have to let him out of the basement.
It's about when Nala, I think it's like the Can't You Feel the Love Tonight part or whatever, when Nala is giving him those fuck me eyes.
Oh, yes.
Every time he goes to do that joke on an actual show, I'm like, well, let's see how this is going.
Yeah.
Because it's like a soft bestiality joke. Anyways, love you, Tyler.
I feel like there's I don't know that there's like a line between soft and hard bestiality jokes. I think it's just bestiality jokes.
They're all hard.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, though. It's like, let's see how this is going to go with the crowd.
No, it's soft because they're furry. I don't know. It's fucking it's a line, man. I don't know. You can cuddle with it. What the fuck were we? No, so like selling tickets at shows and stuff. So I was thinking about I'm like getting into like producing shows. I've produced a few shows now. I totally get the hanging flyers thing and like putting effort into all that. Some stuff just does not pay off. I spent way too much money on flyers for all these shows, and I'm like, I don't think the return was there.
Where are you getting these flyers printed out? Where are you getting these Tylers printed?
Yeah.
Don't go to Staples. I did that a few times. To go to the library.
Oh,
because where the library I go to in Albany, where I print my flyers, is like 15 cents.
Oh, yeah,
a page,
significantly cheaper,
which is way cheaper than it was when I went to Staples. And you're supporting a library.
Yeah, it's almost it's better. So, okay.
But you could also buy a printer if you want to drop $5,000 or however much cartridges cost.
That's the hard part. I don't have the time or.
Dude,
ever.
I looked into getting new ink cartridges for my old printer, and I was just like, I'm just gonna support the library.
Yeah, makes me feel better. Yeah. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I did. It's weird to even think about stepping into a library, because I haven't not been in one in forever. But no, I was on the music thing. I was thinking about. I just did a show at the Halloween show at the theater in Glens Falls, which was actually a really good turnout. And there's a lot of potential for that space there, because they've got 2 rooms, like the main theater, which is huge and got a big stage, and then a cabaret room, which is like more intimate, but still a decent size. That room would be really cool to do like a music comedy like combination.
Yeah, you said the Park Theater, right?
It's the Charles R. Wood Theater.
Oh, so you know what? I don't think I've been to that one.
Yeah. I've not been to the Park Theater. I'm sure that one would be cool too, but
and they do music there. But yeah, a lot of those kind of spaces, it would be cool to mix those kind of things.
Yeah, but like also the shows that I've been to that they do that, like the Comedy Cellar is like a really good example of that, because they typically, some of their rooms, I don't know if all of them do, but they have like a pianist and a drummer come in,
Yeah.
and they'll play the intro music. They'll play like a little bit up top just to kind of get people like fired up, and it dramatically brings the energy up.
Yeah.
Like I remember sitting there like watching that, and I've been to a bunch of professional shows at that point, but I just felt different. Like it was cool. Like it felt more interactive. I was sitting right behind the drummer, and he was doing like all these filler like stuff, and I was, because I played drums a little bit, to know like what he was doing was really impressive.
Yeah.
Like this guy's a professional. So for me, it was like this. It just elevated everything. It's like putting salt on food. It was like this tastes better with music.
I wish I could do it for every show, and I want to get back to practicing keyboard because that's like my weakest thing in the rhythm section.
Mm-hmm.
Because that seems like it would be a really fun thing to be able to just do to like walk people up.
Yeah.
I could do it on. It's weird with the bass. At some point, I'm gonna do like a show where I have my upright bass and I'm hosting with that. But like, I could get by on guitar, but I'd rather get some more songs to pull out under my belt.
Sure.
But like, I feel like just being able to play keyboard like almost like you're in like a black church or something, where it's just like it's just the ambiance of the whole thing. It's like this is just like they're fitting the mood of everything, and it's like you're just kind of accompanying whoever when it like and I wish I could do it myself. Obviously, it would be great to have the band, but it's like to be that self-sustaining as a solo musician would be so much fun to add to that stuff, but. Yeah. Not a lot of solo bass gigs out there.
You could try. I don't know. Maybe people would like it.
It would be a good challenge. I should do that to myself.
It'd be neat. I mean, I think people would appreciate the skill of it. Like, it's impressive seeing someone play an upright bass because it's so big. Like, you just kind of notice it.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're able to incorporate that somehow, it'd be neat. But
I feel like people would like it. I just sometimes I love myself, but my inner monologue can also be like, they're hating this.
Yeah.
Because I'll do a gig with my band where I'm just like, oh, they probably think we're being too out there and weird and getting too into the improvisation. And then I'll get done and I'll get like compliments and I'll listen back and it'll sound good. I'll be like, why am I like this?
We're our own worst critics at times. Yeah, for sure. No, I think I would really like to do more music and comedy shows. At least have, even if it's not like me playing, like I want people to be there that can and just play in the mood. I think it would really elevate everything. My goal is I'd love to own a comedy club one day, and I want to have that incorporated. One, because I like both mediums of music and comedy as entertainment. So like, if I can incorporate that into shows, I think it just again elevates everything. It makes the production quality like better. And it just makes people more engaged and like willing to return. I think if they know like that's the quality of show they're gonna get, I think they're gonna like come back and spend more money on tickets.
Yeah, no, I think it just adds to the overall experience. It's like an impressive dynamic. I think. Yeah. I think the comedians who are performing feel it and they like that. It's exciting for them to see the music. It's like, I think it pays off. It's just you have to have it going and sustainable. It's
plus also like some of the biggest tags I've seen in like comedy shows were with music involved. Like there was a guy, the pianist at the Comedy Cellar. He went by like Red, I think. His name was Red.
I've seen him in videos.
Yeah, phenomenal. The last comic that went up, he's a British guy, and he does like rapping. Like a set where he does like an improv rap thing at the end, and he did it with the band that was there. So they played kind of a just really chill line underneath, and he rapped on top of that, and it was cool. Like it was a great way to. It was his closer. It ended out the show like super cool. It was sick. I almost get like a little like tingly when I think about it.
Yeah,
maybe
eventually
that's a pre-workout though.
Yeah, eventually I'll get a regular thing going like that, but it's just tough. I've been kind of pulling back from the producing, just trying to focus on my band and well,
maybe I'm saying this because I want to do it, so maybe I'll get you involved in some of these shows and we'll get something together.
Yeah, man,
that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be great. It's and the more I'm it'll be nice as I get more comfortable with my band. I'm trying to push the envelope and get us just accustomed to doing all the different things we might need to do, because I feel like it.
You need any more?
Sure, but I feel like it makes us a better improvisers to be prepared for like whatever. And we actually have a residency right now at the Night Owl in Saratoga.
Oh,
I
nice.
don't know if you've ever been there. So we're there like most Fridays for the next couple months, and that place is a little clubbier, but I really like what the new owners have been doing with it, because this past like year or two they've been having like a lot of great bands in there, and the fact that they give me so many dates is awesome. But you know, they want more popular music, so we're doing a lot of like classic funk covers and stuff, but they let us do our thing with it. So it's like we don't do as like our originals as much, but we do the covers, and we're allowed to like improvise and and stretch out and do weird stuff with them. So it's nice to have gigs like that where I can you know, have the variety where it's like if we were a house band for a show, we have like recognizable things we can pull out to like to get people hooked, and and like even the running for a comedy show, it's the same thing where it's like it's almost like a little bit of a different job where you're like you have to be ready to do things on cue, which is doing weddings was good practice for when I did like the band for the comedy show thing, because like it's very like coordinated where it's like this is happening and cut, like you have to cue the band and be ready to do all that stuff. So it's all nice practice that I feel like makes us better as a band. Because my drummer in Bad Monk, Aaron, is really good at that kind of stuff and following those directions. I gotta say, the drummer in 10 Most Wanted, his name is Lance Comer. Shout out to both Aaron and Lance, but Lance might have the best like comedic timing of a drummer I've ever seen. Because like if something funny happens mid song or in the wedding, he'll do like a kind of like the rim shot, like, but like he'll do it in time in the song. He'll incorporate it like with timing into whatever moment.
Nice,
and like it just feels so natural every time he does it. It's like
cool,
or he'll be able to do like a little silly reference, like a type of beat that he'll just like throw in the middle of the song. It's like so clean. It's like that. I just want to push myself to hopefully be that free. I guess that's the like goal of like the jazz. Putting your personality in the music is I want to be so free that I'm ready to react at any moment. Musically, and then comedically, that's the point I want to get to, is like whatever happens, I'm just ready for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is cool. That's neat. I love that kind of that shows someone's experience level and like just their time on that instrument. You know, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to just get to that point where I'm unfazed. That's the main thing. Same with, I mean, it's the same with podcasts and whatever. You know, I'm always ready to pull out a Tyler Artist reference.
Gotta be unfazed for whatever podcast throw at you. Release the bees. And there's a swarm of bees.
Thanks to our new sponsor, Cheerios.
What the fuck? This is so terrible.
It's magically delicious.
Your face is swelling up.
I like the fake sponsor thing also.
Dude, I think that's really fun to do. I don't think like people really care. I don't know. I don't know if people care that much. I think it's just another.
Better than a real sponsor.
Yeah,
listening wise.
Fuck real sponsors that I want to have some days. You should reach out and sponsor this podcast. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll stick with doing my lip pillow and what was the other one? Mediocreassistance.com.
But it's like if you can be funny in a perspective ad read, I feel like that also shows it's like you should take out an ad with me because I'm going to put effort in.
Yes,
it's not like.
Well, that's like how I'm kind of approaching all this, because like I'm not expecting like this to take off and just get like, you know, tens of thousands of views right away. Like I know it's like a process to grow, but this is also like part of my resume. Like if I want to be an entertainer and the writer and like even actor one day, like doing the smaller things like that, I think is just one good experience for me. Like it goes through the process of me like writing a script and writing out an idea and doing things like even like when I did the lip pillow one, I wrote out like the list of things I needed, which is you don't really think about, but like, okay, I have to go buy some pillows that I'm gonna fucking destroy and cover in coffee.
Oh, I didn't even see the visual.
Oh yeah, I've been video and everything. I'll show you later. But I I had like I bought coffee, I bought these pillows, I brought like a marker that I can like write or put like a lip emblem on the pillow, which is actually on my bed right now. I'm using it.
Nice.
But like just getting the experience of like doing all that was it was actually really fun. I really enjoyed the process of it and like setting it up and just doing it. And I make myself laugh when I'm doing this. Like I like make some like line or like tag for like this fake product, and I make myself laugh. I think it's funny. So I like the process of it, but I look at it as my resume for like the future stuff. So like if that can translate, or I can keep doing that and I at least get the experience, that'll help me in bigger projects down the road, or like if I want to do a special one day, or things like that. So
well, and the setup here is super legit also, so I feel like you're already ahead of the curve by getting that stuff out of the way to learn. And I was doing the same thing for a while with doing radio, which I've kind of backed off of recently. I haven't been doing as much, but it's like I just wanted to get all that out of my system.
Yeah.
And it's the same with comedy, where it's like I was thinking about doing it when I was going to start, and I was doing music, and music was going good. I've definitely made a lot of progress since then, and I'm not shit, but like I definitely have made a lot of progress in music, and I've done a lot around here, and it's like I might as well get all the bullshit out of the way before I make any more connections or fans, because you want to be ready. You want It's like I just need to shake all that nerves and stuff off and get some experience now before I'm like so doing well enough in music that I'm like embarrassed to be bombing. You know what I mean? But I think I started at the perfect time where I'm like, this bombing is giving me a nice perspective for my music.
Yeah. It's humbling, which is going to help me in the long run.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. And then like and I have my nerves out of the way for radio and podcast stuff, and it's but even this, it's like this is still to me is like practice. It's like I want to like be able to carry on a conversation about Tyler Artis.
Yeah. Since you brought it up, Tyler, we're looking for you, man, or we're gonna find you eventually.
Sponsor the podcast.
Get Tyler's family to sponsor it with like missing posters and stuff. I'm like, hey, if you pay me money, I'll let people know he's missing. Morbid.
You might find him at his dates.
Yeah. That'd be a really funny way to like advertise shows
that they're missing.
Yeah. I'll find them at the Comedy Works in Saratoga. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's also a good misdirect for creating promo material.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I was at one point we ended up pushing it back, but I was promoting something with Kay, and she like made a video and like a draft video for it, and I was like, what if you just laid on the ground like you just got like hurt really bad, and I like run up and I'm like, oh my god, like, or miss, are you okay? And then pull the flyer out from under your body.
Yeah. Just kick her out of the way. Yeah. Blood everywhere.
But stuff like that where it's like, yeah, you gotta I don't know, just try a different marketing strategy or something.
They should do that with the ambulance. Like pretend we pull up in a car accident or something, like run up on like this gruesome scene. I'm like, oh my god, and pull out a flyer for myself. There's a comedy show in Glens Falls.
You do have some pretty good resources with that too. But good
ideas. Yeah,
people would rather watch an emergency on Instagram.
Yeah, so it's a good little hook.
Give them a little fake out.
Yeah, maybe you'll get like body cam footage of promoting a show. It seems to do well. You know how people say like it takes you 10,000 hours to get good at something. Like music is like correlated with that a lot. Like you play the piano for 10,000 hours, it translates to you being like professional. I kind of look at like all this like in the comedy realm the same way. So like even I know this is a podcast and I'm not performing on stage, but it's like kind of comedy themed. Like there's I'm talking with other comics most of the time. There's entertainment value. So like I kind of see it as playing into that. Like I want to be good at doing all assets of entertainment, such as like conversation, or like just putting out good entertainment.
Being engaging.
Yeah.
And like I said before, like being ready for anything.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. So
this
like
is getting you more conversational.
100%. Yeah. So I look at like things like this as being part of that kind of 10,000 hours, or things like me standing in here playing applause is like part of that, or like I want to take that seriously and like devote like different aspects and not just hitting open mics to try to get better at that. So like same like with music, like I'm sure like even just talking about it like gives you ideas of like different entertainment things, or things you can do on stage. But there's so many different aspects other than just playing that will make you better as a musician.
Yeah.
So
well, it's like I practice stand up makes me better at being an MC for my own shows as a musician. And it's given me different perspectives that affect me as a performer, my mindset as a musician.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. It's nice, it's a nice way to just have fun and have a separate thing to kind of release a little pressure.
Yeah.
But I do things in music that's, it's hard to like not beat myself up and be like, am I just a jack of all trades, master of none? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to take away from bass playing, but I work on drums a lot. I've been working on singing a little bit. I play guitar and a little bit of keyboard. It's like, they do help me in other ways. Like the singing has been helping my ear get stronger.
Yeah.
The drums help my rhythm get better. So it's like, I think it all works together as long as you are putting work in and kind of relating it all back to that.
Yeah.
And keeping the forward momentum going.
Yeah.
But with like the 10,000 hours, it's like, that's the main thing, is it's just time and effort you have to put in. Because when I started doing comedy, I was like, that was what I thought to myself, was like, I shouldn't expect anything out of this for 10 years if I'm really going to take it seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with that in mind, it's like, yes, it's going way better than I would have thought for almost 5 years in.
Sure. Yeah.
But even if it wasn't, it's like, that's what I try to say to like newer comics. It's like, you just, if if you're not comfortable with it now, it's like you have to not expect anything except for the process.
Yeah.
Like you just have to keep working, and there's no like clicking in and fitting in right away. It's like you have to pay your dues to get to that point. And once you start seeing like yourself level up, you'll feel good about it. But it's like, until you're 10 years in, you're still a baby in comedy.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think the process of going through and like learning how to be a comic is attractive. Like, because all my favorite comedians I've listened to on podcast, or I've like seen them talk about their process going through. So like, I see where they're at now, and I hear where they have been, and I'm like, oh, like, okay, I'm gonna get to that point even. Like, so it's kind of neat, like, when I hear them talk about like bombing at an open mic, or like just like thinking they were hot shit when they first started, and I'm like, that's me, like, like like it's cool to see the correlation there, and like the similarities. So I think it's just neat to go through that process, even if it's not like, even if it's a long time or not as easy as you might have thought. So
well, yeah, I think it's I think the hard part is good. I think you have to embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. Yeah.
It's bombing is good for you, and it's fun, and it's tough, but it's fun, and it's I think people who get too in their heads or worry about that too much, it's like, I think you have to let it be part of the process, and it's never going to be fun, but it's like you learn from that, and I think it goes beyond the 10,000 hours where it's just like the more you put in, the longer you do it, you're going to keep reaching these new realizations and steps, and it's going to keep growing. Because like, I'm pretty sure I'm over 10,000 hours of music now. I mean, I haven't done the math, but it's safe to say I've just practiced, definitely when I was younger, really putting in tons of practice time at home, and I still do, but it's like specifically on bass, just like tons of hours, and it's safe to say I'm past that now, and I still feel like I'm learning new stuff all the time, and it's I think that's the fun part, is like, always, a lot of musicians say like you should always be a student. It's not like it's not like you're just gonna be done at one point. So I think that's almost more exciting to look forward to, is that like new things are gonna keep popping up, and even once you are 10 years in as a comedian, you're still not shit. Like, you're
Yeah.
not, like, keep chasing Dave Attell.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
like
that's-
you're like, because I'm never going to be that good, but it's
Yeah.
like, imagine the realizations he's having now.
Right.
It's like you want to get to that point where you're just learning, again, to be ready for anything. That's like, I think that's the most fun part, is to, like, now as a musician, I'm still, like, I spent so long getting comfortable with the music theory and learning tunes, and I'm still learning tunes, but it's like I know hundreds of songs at this point, and I'm like coming around to this point where I spent so long being serious about music theory and a very rigid way of doing things that I'm almost realizing it's like better to just be more open and not strict about how I approach things.
Yeah.
So I try to go up at this point with like very, I'll know the songs, but the way I'm going to play it, and I try to really leave up to the moment and listen and like hear. And I'm not nearly there with comedy, so I'm very excited to get closer to that in comedy. But being that further along in music, I can see how it's like, oh, I'm like almost in this like uncharted personal territory for myself, where I have to push myself to be like uncomfortable, and that's like almost the most fun part now.
Yeah.
Is to try that weird stuff and
Yeah.
like try to actually keep challenging myself, even though I am comfortable.
Yeah. That's like that correlates to like the field of medicine a lot too, like, which EMS in particular, you hear doctors say like I practice medicine, or like I have my own practice. You even hear like lawyers say that. But like EMS, I don't think people think that same vein of like we're practicing medicine, but that's what it is. Like, we're taught a curriculum and like a standard in school of like, okay, if this happens, we give this medication, like, or they break this, we do this, But there's always like new learning. There's always like more knowledge that you can be had, or that can be had, in like the EMS field. So it's kind of funny how like all that stuff correlates across like every interest I have of like running a podcast, doing comedy, like being a paramedic, like all that. Like I can always be better, and I should always try to improve upon those skills.
And talk about useful skill to just have
Yeah.
in the back pocket. It's like,
Yeah.
I need to brush up on, I took a first aid class in high school, and I think back, I think about it, I'm like, I need to practice, because I am not ready. Not that I'm the one who should be, but like, shouldn't everyone be ready?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, you don't want to be that person, but it's like, I should
Yeah.
know what to do.
I'm working on writing. It's like very pre-stages. I'm writing a bit right now where I talk about CPR, and my goal in it is to like talk about the process of CPR. So like I'm kind of inadvertently teaching people, but like I'm trying to make it funny. And there is a lot of funny parts about it, and I've got like some bits that I've kind of done already. I'm just trying to blend into it, but I was like, maybe I could do like teach people CPR, and they don't even realize it.
That's awesome. Honestly.
Yeah.
That's like,
I think it'd be cool. But because there's been people that like have watched The Office, that episode where they do CPR, and then they like found their family member in cardiac arrest, and they remembered not the cutting off the face or like doing slow compressions, but like they remembered the instructor in that video saying like you have to push like hard and fast on the chest, and like at this rate, or like even singing that song that they do in there is like actually a good thing to do while you're doing compressions. Like people hear that and they remember that because it's funny, but then it translates to the like real life situation where they're Meemaw shit the bed. you need the reviver. So wow.
Meemaw spilled Kevin's chili in the bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my only Office reference. I don't know The Office that well, but
what's funny too, you play a lot of weddings.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had anybody get hurt at a wedding, or like?
I mean, I've seen a lot of drunk people fall.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I don't think anything super serious. I'm trying. Nothing's popping out to me. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just at general gigs too. It's like, it's definitely happened where like an ambulance has had to show up. Someone had to, but it was always like, it was nothing like super crazy. I was at an open mic once where someone almost got stabbed. I like broke up a knife fight.
God damn. Jesus.
And then someone came back with a gun.
Oh,
But I wasn't there for that.
the infamous. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. That was before
Shout
my
out
time.
to no.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care. Pull up, dude. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna pull up to no. Give my address.
Yeah.
I asked that because I've gone to a surprising amount of weddings for calls.
Oh, really?
And like I've had a grandma die on the dance floor, and you want to talk about a showstopper?
Let's take a bit of good band.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can use this as a credit. Like, we kill people with how good we are. People are dying to listen to us. That was in hindsight, like it was sad in the situation.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. There's so much comedy to be had in that situation though, because you don't know how weird it is to like walk in and like see a person that's passed, and like due to paperwork they had in place, they didn't want to be resuscitated, so we had to like respect their wishes. So they had like a DNR DNI in place, so we didn't try resuscitation orders because of that, because they didn't want it. But there's still a wedding. Like someone just got married, and I have to be the one to deliver that news. Be like, hey, congratulations. Also, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you had to ruin their day. You couldn't just weekend at Bernie's or onto the dance floor.
Yeah, I just pick her up and just fucking throw her on a stretcher.
Staying alive.
Yeah. The band, I don't know who it was, but we walked in and the band was still up there like holding their instruments, and like we're like 10 feet in front of them, and I'm like, you guys can wrap up actually. Like you're not gonna be playing anymore tonight.
As a band member, you're probably like,
yeah,
good, chill gig.
cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this actually wasn't that bad. Yeah.
You got paid for like an hour.
Yeah. They actually kind of pissed me off a little bit because they were like, everything was wrapping up. Obviously, we like had moved the patient out so like people could like kind of gather the stuff and leave without them seeing it. But some of the band members came up, and like where our ambulance was like near the rear loading door.
Can you guys move for us?
They asked us that, and I was like, go fuck yourself. You can carry your shit around. And like, I get it's inconvenient, but it's not nearly as inconvenient.
I'm carrying a little more than a drum set out of here. I'm carrying memories out of here.
Yeah. I'm carrying the weight of a ruined wedding on my shoulders. You had a decent set. Someone that really enjoyed it. She dropped it like it's hot. And she's fucking, yeah. Anyway, I've been thinking about telling that on stage, but I'm like, I don't know if it's too fresh.
I don't know if people would get the drummer reference. But you could be like, you're worried about getting Tama out of here.
Yeah.
I'm getting Grandma out of here.
Yeah. My nightmare is going to be like, I tell that story, and then someone in the audience is like, I knew I recognized you.
Dude, I probably, if it's a wedding around here, I'm probably knew someone in that band.
Probably, yeah.
Like most of them.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk after.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm always fearful I'm going to tell a story and someone's going to be like, oh yeah, I was there. Like that was my like aunt or whatever. Like,
I'm gonna be happy to see
this
you.
was in Ohio. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
That's funny. Yeah. Like I said, I don't think I've had anything too crazy at the weddings with people getting hurt or whatever. But, you know, obviously stuff happens. I've definitely seen like just people fall, or like there's like a chandelier that hangs too low and someone like bumps their head on it or something. But no, I don't think anything too serious. There was a gig one time in Troy where I think someone like overdosed like outside before we were gonna start playing, which was tough because it was like I was the one who called 911 for this guy. We were gonna play outside and they had us like set up inside after, and it was just like such a weird cathartic headspace to be in before you were about to play some like jazzy improv stuff. But like I was like upset to play, but like it puts you in this whole other state to like be doing it. Like you're like you feel like you reach this whole other place while you're trying to like create with the spontaneity of the music. It's
I think that could like the emergency side of like response, like it's good that I have this career that I do. So like if I run into that in a show, I'll be fine. But I think the after effect, I'm not going to be as prepared for, or like I'm going to be in a different mindset than I probably should be. Because like if, well, so like Drew,
Drew Moore?
no, the famous comic that has a stutter, Drew something.
Stutter.
He's on like.
Is he like a Kill Tony guy? What is he?
No, he was on like America's Got Talent. He like won that or something.
I don't know if I know him.
I'll look it up. He had a show recently where someone went into cardiac arrest during his show, and
their heart was stuttering. Is that medically accurate?
He was such a fan. He was like, "Watch this." I mean, that is medically accurate, actually. Yeah.
Lub dub.
Yeah, the lub dub was going crazy. I think
is that the best sound effect for a heartbeat? Or have you
lub dub? Yeah,
you seem like an expert on heartbeat sound effects.
Yeah, lub dub. Yeah, Drew Lynch.
Drew Lynch. Okay, yeah.
He posted it like on his website, but afterwards, like it obviously like killed the vibe of the show. Like so, you really can't continue from that. And like the audience was like I think ready to leave because it was like kind of traumatic for them. I think I'd be like, oh, that was kind of cool, huh? Anyway, I was like riding an amusement park like I'd just be going in my nest sit and like not reading the crowd.
Well, you could spring into action. You'd be the hero of the show.
Yeah, but then like also I'm so used to like responding to people's like emergencies, dealing with it, dropping them off at the hospital, and then my partner and I are like, where do you want to go to eat? Like, like we move on pretty quick. So,
you did your job. I mean, if anyone's earned that.
Yeah. Anyone's earned this whole chicken bacon ranch pizza I'm about to shove in my face. It's me. God damn it.
I got to work on my own cardiac arrest.
Yeah. I'm trying to relate. I got some arteries to clog. So what was your start into comedy? We didn't really talk about that too much. Like, where did you get started at?
So I had loved comedy for a long time, and then I was pretty fresh out of college, or maybe I was like I was done, and it was 2019, and I like knew I wanted to do it. So I was like writing ideas down in my phone, and like, podcasts they had been going for a while, but I was really finally just catching on with them as a thing and listening. And that's when you like start to hear comedians talk about it, and you're like, oh, there is a process. Like it never even occurred to me to try to write a joke, because when I was a little kid, like I said, I was really into drawing before I was into music, but like when I was 4, 5, 6, I really loved memorizing jokes out of like joke books or street jokes people would tell. I was so into that, but it never even occurred to me that I could write a joke. I just didn't. My brain never like came together like that. And so I started doing it, and I finally decided to do an open mic on Lark Street, and I was like, the day I decided I was going to do it, it was like just like stomach cramp the whole day, like nerves, just feeling sick, but like preparing to do it. I didn't want anyone I knew to be there or anything. And looking back, I probably didn't realize this at the time, but it was probably only comedians. It was a very small room. It used to be called Pint Size was the place, but super small. Twan was the host. Shout out Twan Wood, hosted my first open mic. Nice. And I like everything. I think I went like too dark or whatever. I bombed. It was like bad and awkward. And, but I was glad I did it. But it was also like I felt a little like shell shocked, where I was like, "What the?" Like I wasn't trying to do it again for a while. Sure. But I kept trying to write ideas down. I did a similar thing a year later, in the fall of 2020. So like. Things are starting to happen again with COVID. I did another open mic, and then similar kind of nerve experience. And then the spring of 2021, I started going weekly. That's when I was like, I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
And it still took me a while to work through the nerves, but it's like, you know, since then I've done it consistently, and have been able to, you know, I was able to maintain my composure and ride it out. And
nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say a start otherwise. It was just, you know, it's like trombone. I sucked at first. It's like, that's how it goes.
Yeah, you just got to do it. Yeah, that's cool. We're so you started like Lark Street a lot. When did you start producing shows like open mics?
When I was probably about a year and a half, 2 years in, I started hosting my first mic in Troy at 518 Craft. And then I did that for about a year, and then I had been booking music at Lark Tavern in Albany, and I started producing shows there in January of 2023. Yeah, I think it was.
Nice.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah,
I say yeah like I knew, but I was like, yeah, no. Which is a great venue, by the way. I'm super thankful that they allow us to come in there and do comedy, even like the open mics, because it's just a really cool place to do it. And it's convenient, like it's a decent or like really good location.
Yeah, it's central. It's like the best listening room in town, just the way it's set up, and it's a beautiful space, and they're very supportive. They kind of just let us do our thing.
Yeah.
So.
And all the staff is really nice. The drinks are good. The food's great. So
love the food. Love the pulled pork quesadilla. Shout out to Daniel and Johnny.
My first one there, I think, was one of the roast mics.
Oh,
which was
yeah,
really fun. I'm trying to remember. Maybe I did like one of the regular ones. The first one I really remember was one of the roast ones, and I think it was you, Greg, and Twan were the three, like the panel, and I had gone up with a roller coaster bit that I just wrote, and like it was very new, like I didn't have a bunch of tags on it, but it did okay. But then did you hear that?
That was your stomach?
That was my stomach. You're about to see some unfortunate stuff happen on this camera. No, I remember the bit was fun, but then afterwards the roast was really fun. The energy was really cool because like I got like kind of medium level laughs. Like people were like, "Oh yeah, that premise is funny," but then afterwards, like I specifically remember you roasted me, and it was like, "Why do your pockets look vacuum sealed?" And it's true because I had like these like white kind of tighter pants on, and you just see these bulges of like my wallet and keys
yeah.
sticking out. And then you told me you look like an undercover cop at a gay bar, which I still use in my shows. Like I say someone told me that one time, and it gets a big laugh because people just see it. But the energy was really cool because like it's more playful. People are like, it's improv. I think I roasted you back because I was like, you said I look like an undercover cop at a gay bar. I was like, you look like the suspect I'm looking for. And
right.
that got a big laugh. And that was the first time I had gotten a laugh like that. So it was neat, like going into a different version of an open mic and like having that playfulness to it. But like nobody was insulted by the roast. Like it was just what you were there for. And it was really fun.
That's good to hear.
So,
because that's why I started doing that, was because it was like, so many open mics are the same shtick, which is good because it's like you need to practice. But I feel like after a certain point, it's like it was a Sunday mic. Like I added it so we would have a Sunday mic, and it's like if we're gonna do more stuff, it's like you might as well have a different theme to stretch some different muscles.
Right.
And I'm glad you have a positive memory of it because for me it was like it never really took off. Like we had some nights that had a decent turnout, but Sunday's always been tough there to keep that going, and like. After a certain point, it's just the turnout wasn't good enough for me to. I just switched it to more of a writing focus because I was like, it's just I just wanted to keep it fresh, and but maybe we'll go back to it eventually. I don't know. I've kind of handed that off to like Will and Craig lately, but it's I'm glad you enjoyed it and got that out of it. It was good. It was good roasting practice, and
it was
and just being a little more off the cuff.
Yeah, it was good. Like I remember I brought a friend to go watch it, and he was there that night, and he really enjoyed it just for that aspect. Like it was more engaging and stuff. So, Yeah, there's always good stuff that comes out of it. That
Cool.
was the first, like, one of the first open mics I like really remember that stuck out. It was like it was one of those times that like kind of really like encouraged you, kind of lit a fire under you, because like this was really fun. I want to keep doing this. But
I'm glad it had that effect because it was burning me out.
let me tell you, nothing else you've done has had that effect on me though. So only that. No, it was cool. Yeah, that is a lot of work producing especially a weekly show. Like
Yeah.
you don't think about going there and setting up the equipment and just being there early, even and like
Just being in
working with
charge the
venue.
whole time of like
Yeah.
things keeping moving.
Yeah.
It's like it's nice when you just get to show up and
Mm-hmm.
and hang out and do your set, but it's like
yes.
hosting. Yeah, I've done a lot of hosting there. It's like you're focused on how things
Mhm.
are going the whole time.
Yeah.
And like I know the sound system better than everyone else, so like I have to be ready to troubleshoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sound system's always having issues.
Yeah. It's a lot more pressure on the host. Like, I've honestly been thinking, like, the shows that I produce, I kind of am thinking about getting someone else to come in and host it. And either I'll do like a short set after that, or like I don't know, like less. Keep it as like a smaller roster of comics, and I'll just do some time or something. Only because it's so much pressure to like produce and like make sure all the sound equipment is set up, make sure like ticket sales are happening like they should, concession sales, whatever. That is like very distracting from my set, and I don't have time to prepare for it. And I want to be good at the comedy. I want to be good at producing shows, but I want to be the best at the comedy. And like the Halloween show I just did was like I felt the effect of that because we had like a last minute change in the lineup. There was some like problems with the seating. We had to figure out all the sound equipment because we were using theirs. And thankfully, my friend Lewis, shout out Lewis, came and helped me with that. But it was just a lot.
Lewis.
But yeah, so
It's tough, man. It's brutal.
it is.
I'll always, whatever show is happening, I'll do what I got to do. If if a friend asks me to host for something, they're putting me on.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, whatever. Like I'll help.
Yeah.
I don't want to host, but it's like I'll just embrace whatever I have to do
Mhm.
for a show and try to make the best of it. And it's because
Yeah.
it's the hardest set
Mhm.
is to be hosting.
Yes.
And it's the most work of just like you're being attentive through the whole show, and you can't just take a minute to like clear your head or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
And especially like if you don't do well, you still have to get up like 3-4 times to bring on your next comic or
but
something.
like, yeah, and that's
you can redeem yourself. Like you can,
yeah, you feel it feels tough, but it's also like you're doing that job so other people don't have to.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you are helping. It's tough because you don't want to be judged by that set, but it's also
Right.
like you're helping out those other people. So it's
Right.
it's an important job that I would hope the other comedians would respect for that,
Mhm.
but also it's like it's good practice too.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
is.
like
It is.
I definitely feel you on handing that off, but also it's like the ones you did do, it's like you get a lot out of that. It's
Yeah.
like hosting is a important skill.
Well, I told I was talking to Jay about this because that night I had like inadvertently called the audience stupid. I was like, I had some jokes, and just the timing of like how it was heard throughout the room, like you kind of heard a pause in the laughter, and there was a few times where like, wow, you guys are a slow audience, and like just in the response is what I was meaning, but I didn't realize that in the moment I didn't think it was like, it sounds like I'm calling them like stupid. And that's for
What's
sure.
up with
how
the
it sounds.
chromosomes in this room?
Yeah. Where'd they go? Why is there so many extras? Yeah. Yeah. But like I learned from that, and then that criticism actually is part of the reason I prepared so much for the Albany open mic at the Funny Bone, and which was neat because like that like I had a really good set there, and like I got good video out of it, like I had really good feedback. So hopefully that produces something, but like the criticisms in that moment was pretty good. Like it sucks to go through in the moment, but
That's how you learn, though. It's like,
yeah,
and that's any like new comic should know. It's like you have to be. Generally, you shouldn't insult the audience. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, some people
yeah,
are
don't
better.
do that. That's dumb.
You fucking idiots.
Yeah.
No. Come on, Tyler, get it together. You have to. Some people can do it better than others. Their like
Mhm.
persona on stage is
Yeah.
better for like negging the audience or
Mhm.
whatever. But it's like you don't want to be negative. You want to have like a positive energy for the
Yeah.
room, or
Yeah.
like if not, it has to be an obvious shtick. Like but generally for new comics, it's like you want to give positive energy. You don't want to show when you're uncomfortable. Like if a joke bombs, you have to stay in the pocket and not let it show that it upset you. You like those are all the things you have to work on early on. It's like you have to, you have to not let yourself say those things that like turn off the audience by accident. Because like I'll even still find myself sometimes saying like we'll do a mic and there'll only be a few, like sometimes there's only a couple audience members at the mic, and it's so hard not to just focus on them. But even I'll find myself sometimes saying like, "You guys are the only audience here." Yeah. But like, you really shouldn't
so
even
much
cue them
pressure.
into that. That should be a secret. But it's you're just like operating in the room and you know all the comics, and sometimes that just slips out. But even that, it's like you want to know what impact you're having on the audience members and how comfortable you're making them feel. So you have to be really careful in your set how you're addressing them, and you don't want to single them out or antagonize them.
Yeah, I think everybody's guilty of that at some point. It's so because it just feels like what you should do, but it really isn't. Or like I'm trying to like learn. I'm trying to like teach myself not to say things like, "Oh, you guys didn't like that joke," did you know? Because like that kind of kills. It almost like takes away their permission to laugh because you're like, you're kind of criticizing whatever reaction they had. Sometimes it can be good.
Sometimes it works to say that, but it's like you don't. Yeah, because yes, you don't want to show that you're bothered by it, and sometimes it's so easy. Sometimes you'll do a joke, like I'll do a joke about. I have one about pansexuals, and if that falls flat, I'll be like, well, a lot of pansexuals in the room tonight, and that usually gets a chuckle. But that's also kind of like a hacky line. So then it's like, I have that in the tool bag to get me out of that. And it's not always going to work either. It's not even necessarily funny. But it's like, that's like, even if it does work, it's like, how can I keep reframing where I can go with that? Like, you don't want to just fall into the same habit of how you're going to react. Definitely be prepared to make it funny either way. If that's what you have to say to keep the momentum, then whatever. But it's like, you want to keep challenging yourself to how you're affecting the energy of the audience and how you're how you're keeping the flow going of your set.
The other line I'm trying not to say is like, I thought that was way funnier than you guys did, because I say that a lot. Like if a joke doesn't get a reaction that I think it should, that just means I didn't tell it how I should have, or to a way that made sense for the audience. Like I say that a bunch and it comes across as nervous every single time I say it. So like I think the audience reads that and they're like, oh, okay. They're like, okay, he's not as confident in his material or like whatever. So
you have to do it with confidence. That's the main thing. And it's the same with not being phased and letting it show that it bothered you. It's also like, if you're going to say to the audience, you should have laughed at that, you got to be like firm in your conviction. Because like Jeffrey Osmus, he'll do that in his sets where he'll be like, that's way funnier than you guys gave it credit for. But he's so confident that they're like, okay. Like,
the confidence is like attractive. And it's like, not like physically attractive. It's like it makes it
He's
better.
pretty hot. He's
hit me up. No, Jeffrey. No, but it is like if people can read that you're confident behind your material, even like people that are timid on stage. Like Emo Phillips, like when he delivers jokes or whatever, he's very like timid. Like he's quiet. It's almost like he doesn't want to tell you the joke, but he's so. First of all, the jokes are hilarious. So like when he tells it, like there's a confidence there that is read. Like you kind of understand that it's his persona, and that's how he's confident in stage. Like, and people I think enjoy that.
It's just comfort. It makes people comfortable in the room. The fire sirens going off.
No, we're getting attacked right now. Without fail, I think almost every podcast I've done, those things have gone off. Like noon, it goes off every day, or we'll get a call and they'll go off. They do like the noon siren test and like, I guess make sure they're working.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But
well, it's going.
Unless I am getting a call, I don't know.
But yeah, I feel like for the newer comics, it's like, it's super important to be in that headspace of comfort and confidence on stage, but also just like not just realizing the implication of what you're saying. Because Twan gave me a good note early on where there was a while where I was starting off every set with like some roasts I had come up with like on the spot while I was waiting to do my set, and I would do it about a few of the comics. he was saying like you can't frame it like it can't be so like buddy where it's like, because we all know each other as the comedians. So I sometimes will say a thing where it's I'm saying the name, and maybe the audience doesn't see the person or whatever, and the comics get it, but I might be saying it in a way where it's so like in our circle where they might not even get where I'm coming from because of the way I say it. Where if you're gonna roast someone who's in the room, it's like you can't just say their name and assume everyone's gonna talk about them because you know them. It's like you have to make sure the audience is also cued into that. You gotta point them out, or they have to have just been up there, or you have to say it in a way where it's not, you're not talking to your friend group of comedians, you're treating the comedians like they're also the audience, and you're saying it in a way that would make sense to someone who just walked into the room.
Yeah, there still has to be a setup of some kind. So whether that's like them on stage and like you're playing off that, that's still a setup to your joke because the audience will get that. Or like maybe you know something about another comic and you're like, he does this, that's your setup, and then your punchline and you roast him,
Yeah.
So it has to make sense. But yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Like I love learning that stuff because it makes you a better performer. And like I just like going through the process of like figuring it out. Because I do see like progression in joke writing with it. So
yeah, there's like the natural osmosis of certain things that are like unspoken, and you just sharpen certain skills over time and slowly build.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of those revelatory moments where you're like, oh, that's something I have to keep, like a little tip I have to remember. This is a tool that I have to keep in my trick bag, and it's like you said, like 10,000 hours. It's the only way you're gonna accumulate those kind of things to be able to use.
Sorry, I have this.
Got an emergency.
I had like 3 people message me. I'm supposed. He's not gonna listen to this. There's some like sales guy. One of my friends got set up with his life insurance policy, and he referenced me.
Oh, I've been there.
This guy is nagging me to death.
That's what they do.
And I told him because my friend did it. I was like, I'll listen to your spiel. Dude. But he was trying to he's been so annoyingly persistent. So I'm canceling on him right now. I was supposed to meet with him at noon, and it's to the point where he tried scheduling this the other day. I was like, all right, let's do noon, that day. He was like, well, I need you to do something for me though. I need you to go into your calendar right now and put it in your calendar for me. And I was gonna do that anyway, but I was like, fuck you. I'm like, it's so irritating. Well,
it's like you want to respect the hustle. Like, this is your job.
Yeah.
And I don't want to tell you no, and I don't respect this. Yeah. It's like, it just feels so I don't want to sign up for a whole other thing if I don't really need it. It's like, I don't want to involve this whole other bill or something in my life if I had the same thing where a friend had a financial advisor that he recommended to me that way. And then I heard him out, but he's asking me for references, and I'm a people pleaser. And so at first I thought I was the weird one for not wanting to be but I was kind of uncomfortable. I was I don't want to just give you my friend's number or whatever. It's they put you in that position. It's I shouldn't feel like an asshole for not wanting to give someone else this awkward cold call. So I've been there. It's annoying. It's annoying, and you don't want to tell someone you don't respect their job, but it's also it's I just want to be able to say no, dude. I wish you the best, but I just don't. I just have enough shit on my mind. I don't want to have to diplomatically tell you I'm not interested in life insurance in my 20s.
Yeah. I've got I'm trying to learn that. I've been such a people pleaser to where anytime someone reaches out, I'll be like, oh yeah, let's set something up, try to be friendly. Now I'm I don't have time for you. I'm never going to be your friend. I don't have any interest in spending time with you on the phone and try to build this relationship where you're going to sell me something. I just don't have time for that. I'm not interested in it.
I'll learn to say no one day, but for now, you got me on the podcast.
Yeah.
I really wanted to say no.
Yeah. I was really hesitant to come up here. It is a little inconvenient. It's a long drive.
No, I like doing this kind of stuff. That's the thing. This is fun, but there's just certain things where it's as I get older, it's you have to draw the line, and especially for bullshit like that.
Yes.
But even in music, it's I love to play. So it's I'll say yes to so many things, but it's tough when there have just been gigs where it's I have to ask myself. It's did you actually have fun the last time you played with this person?
Yeah.
Is this 75 to like $100, which isn't that great for a gig? Like, is that even worth it to go not enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because I love playing. I have a very low bar. It's like, I enjoy it. So I say yes to so many things, but it's like, if you're not working with someone who makes it easy and enjoyable, that's where you have to learn to be like, I just have to, save my mental space.
Yeah.
Because this is fun. This is relaxing. You have a great setup.
Yeah.
I enjoy talking to you, but there are like people I've done music gigs with where it's like they want to have like multiple rehearsals and like the rehearsals are not very efficient and like they have given you too many songs where there's no way you can even get to all these on the gig, and then they don't have the time management in a rehearsal to get to all the songs. And so I'm stressing about their gig more than, like, I'm sure they're stressing too, but it's like, that's a thing I think some people have to realize. It applies to comedy too, where it's just like, how can you make people comfortable when you're asking them to do something? It's like, I feel like in music, it's very easy for things to turn into this whole fiasco.
Yeah.
Where
it's like there's too much pressure to do stuff,
Yeah.
Just let people come in and do their thing. Like,
yes.
If I'm hiring, like, if I'm having a comic come in to do a show, it's because I've seen them perform and like I've vetted them and I know they're funny. I don't need to put pressure on them to be like, tell them what jokes to do or tell them how to work this audience. Like, if I'm doing a set, I need to be funny during my set. I'm going to let them go out and just do their thing and give them creative liberty to like do this, like do the audience.
That's one of the things I love about comedy is it's so like all on you to do your thing. Because obviously I love being in music and playing with bands, and like I said, as a bass player, I'm always with a band. I'm never solo. And I love that. But it's nice in comedy to be able to just show up to something with no gear. Yeah. I don't have to coordinate with anybody. I just show up and I do my thing. I can prep on my own. Yeah. I don't have to worry if this person remembers the bridge of of whatever song you want to name, like I want to dance with somebody. It's like you don't have, but like luckily I know enough musicians now that it's like I generally know what to expect out of people. I know what I can pull out of them, and I can give them like options to do harder stuff, but also make a set list where it's like, I know that this is not a hard thing for them to get together. So we're all busy. You don't have to stress about this, but if you want to do these harder songs, I know them. They're ready, and I feel like I found a really good balance of prepping people for my gigs where it's like that's just all ready to go. Yeah. But then every once in a while, I'll do a gig with musicians, and like I said, they're just like throwing too much material and they don't seem to know where they want to go with the material, and it's like I'm more stressed now.
Yeah. It does translate to everybody else.
Yeah
Especially like if I'm the host and I'm stressed out about everything, like that's, the other comics are gonna feel that.
I always just try to, and even for myself, but also because I know it affects everyone at a gig, I just try to be happy. Let's have, like, we're here to have a good time. Like, I don't care if I bomb, if overall everyone has a good time on the show. Like, that's the main focus. I'm not gonna stick to anything. I'm not gonna, I'll do my best not to project or to ask people things that are self-conscious about my own set. It's like, and one thing that this applies to both comedy and music gigs too, which is like a thing I try to focus on, is like, I try to be very gentle when I do have critiques for people, but sometimes you also have to just like set that aside for till after the show.
Sure.
Because like if I have something more strict I have to say, someone makes a mistake that I have to tell them, like, don't let that happen again. Sometimes you just got to wait till after the show because you don't want this person for the rest of the show to be in their head. Yeah. Thinking about the note you just gave them, if it's really that brutal. It's like sometimes you have to pick your moment. And it's tough as a people pleaser because I don't want to upset people at all. I don't want to leave them with this tough note, but it's good for people to get those notes. You just don't want to do it when they still have to be on their shit.
Right before they go up on stage, be like, yeah, your shirt looks like shit. Have fun. No.
He's like, yeah, man, I think that like whole chunk about all of your personal life is really gonna bum the crowd out. So
Yeah,
maybe just try to be a little more positive.
You're not doing your work material, are you? Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, Ed, I think Ed Colson. It's like, yeah, not the dead dad material.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was just telling him the other night for a show, though. I was like, no, do the dead dads.
Yeah. That's almost better. I love like asking what comics are doing and like encouraging them because it's like bits we've heard before.
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
a bunch, but I'm like, I love that bit. Like and I feel better when people tell me that.
Yeah, and it's like even if a bit's stuff like that, I think it's good to like also try to encourage people to. If I know that kind of comic is coming up, if I know a comic where like I love their dark material, and if I'm hosting, it's like, I guess I got to start out with some dark material to get them ready because I want to set the person up. So it's like this might be a little far gone for them, but it's gonna make it more palatable for the other comics I know are coming. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. I guess I kind of do that a little bit. I kind of toe into like some darker stuff when I talk about work because I talk about death.
That's a good excuse to be talking about it, though. It's like they're on your side. I noticed a difference when I used to start off, like I have the 2 paramedic bits that I do. I've got like a type 5 I'm working out and like trying to get really good. And I've got 2 medic bits in there where one, I talk about like adding weight to people who are rude to me. Yeah, I like that bit.
And then the falling off the roof bit. And I did the falling off the roof bit first and talking about this guy that died. And like you could feel the audience kind of like pull back a little bit. They're like, ooh, like, oh, this is kind of harsh to think about. But, and then I did the weight bit. And so recently I've been flipping those and doing the weight bit first and then the roof bit.
Yeah.
And I've noticed a big difference in people's reception to the joke and then like their willingness to laugh because like the weight joke is like silly. But it gets them like kind of comfortable with the idea of laughing at an emergency or like the idea of it. And then it makes it easier for the setup for like the talking about death and like making a joke about that. So
that's why the order is so important.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I was working out my type 5 and then it built to a 10 and a 15, it's like the way it's good to flip it and do it the harder way, but like when you're figuring out the optimal way to order your stuff, you want to get them to that comfortable level where they're not going to be too shocked by the subject. Because not everyone has the same type of sense of humor. Not everyone right off the bat is ready to laugh at necrophilia.
Yeah. Or a soft bestiality joke.
It's like you have to you got to prime them a little bit for that kind of thing. So like a lot of my sets, like I said, it's good to flip it and do it the other way to test yourself. It's good to start out with your stuff that's not as palatable as a test, but when you're getting that optimal order together, it's like, my stuff about being a musician is probably my cleanest, most general stuff.
Sure. And
it helps the audience get to know me. It makes me a little more likable because I have like a different angle for them to view me through, and that I feel like is a good icebreaker to start my sets. And then I try to put my like absurdist, weird stuff towards the end, because then it's like, well, if they're with me now, I like
you can get away with more.
If I lose them, at least like at least I got through a good chunk of the set.
Yes.
It's not like I just started out with that stuff and then lose them for the music stuff later. It's like the riskiest stuff, which can also have the biggest payoff sometimes, I'm putting it towards the end. So it's just like, so I can get them to that point where they're ready. They're ready for me to make a joke about Jeffrey Epstein or whatever. Like,
well, they learn your style at that point. So like, and like they're laughing with you and like you said, they're more comfortable. They're like more willing to go kind of the further distance and like darker stuff, which is great. Yeah. I think order is super important. And I don't think up until more recently, I didn't really pay attention to it. I just did jokes because I thought they were funny. Or like whatever order I thought or did, but now I'm like really trying to hone in on that because it makes a huge difference for sure.
Yeah, you just want to have a set list and a flow and a way to get between the jokes. Ideally, it's tough when you're piecing different things together, but the tighter the set of material gets, the more you know how to tie it all together and make it feel more natural.
Nice. Not to cut things super short, but I have some stuff I need to tend to here.
That's all right. So do
that's why I've been checking my phone, getting
Also-
like texts from a bunch of people with some pretty important stuff. So
No worries. I know you got to get your life insurance situation all straightened out.
well, I told him to. I'm not talking to
we
him.
should call him. We should get him on the
Should we?
call him on the podcast? I'll grill him. Him.
Dude, he's nonstop. He called me the other day when I was at work, and the first time he called me, he dropped that line of like, "Hey, you know your buddy Logan? Did he tell you about me yet?" I was like, "No, I have no idea who you are." So immediately, like, this is like a scam. But my buddy did actually refer me to this person. I'm like, what the fuck? But every time he's on the phone with me, he will not let me talk. To the point where I'm like, I'm at work and like I answer the call because I didn't know who it was, and it's him. So he's going on this spiel and he's like trying to sell me on stuff that he's told me about this product. He's giving me the same exact spiel he gave me before, and it gets to the point where I'm like, okay, I'll see you Thursday. Bye. Click and hang up. And it was pissing me off. It really was, but I can't deal with salespeople.
Yeah, it's so terrible. And I think it would just be a perfect opportunity for a parody ad read.
It would be, yeah. Oh, maybe I'll do a fake. That's actually a really good idea. That's good.
Overbearing life insurance.
Yeah, maybe I'll add that in right now. Won't come back.
Aggressively marketed life insurance.
Yeah.
Do you or a loved one absolutely need?
Yeah. Are you about to kick the bucket?
But
maybe
yeah,
that's
man.
my name. Kick the bucket life insurance.
That's
yeah.
what. So I don't want to cut you off.
That was. I'll say this and then we'll kind of wrap up. But that was one of my favorite jokes I was ever told. Was someone was like, "Well, do you know what the last thing was my grandpa told me before he kicked the bucket? Hey, watch how far I can kick this bucket." So retarded, but it's so funny. Anyway,
I appreciate you having me, man.
no worries, dude. I feel like we have a lot more to talk about, so I'll have you on again at some point.
Cool. Yeah. No, I'm glad we never get to like just shoot the shit at an open mic.
I know.
So it's nice
yeah.
to.
It's always in
hang out and do
passing
it.
or something because
Mhm.
I always feel like I'm coming in kind of late, and you're always like towards the front because you like.
Yeah. And there's just too many people at the open mic. So
Yeah.
like I'm thinking about my set. So hard to talk. So
Yeah,
it's nice to have an excuse to do it.
Yeah. So let's plug. Or do you have any gigs coming up or music stuff coming up here? Or
I have a lot of stuff coming up, but the main thing I would say to plug is check out my band Bad Monk. You can follow us on Instagram at Bad Monk Funk, and we're at the Night Owl in Saratoga, pretty much every Friday through like in March or April, I think.
Yeah.
And we start at 8:30, and it's a good time, great bar. So come check it out.
sick. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Go give Brad a like and follow. You've been really. I wanted to say this earlier. You've been really helpful to the Albany comedy scene, and I don't think you get enough credit for it. But like you did stuff like start the radio spot, which is really cool. You also helped start the like social media side of things with like Albany comedy and kind of build that
Well,
up.
Twan started it, but he kind of handed it off to me to work on, and so shout out to Twan for that. But I appreciate
Well,
it.
you're part of the kind of the group that started that, like between Twan, you, and now Juan's playing into it a lot, and a few others. But I just wanted to plug you for that.
Thank you.
That's good.
But we got a good scene, so I appreciate you being a part of it and doing your
That
thing.
is good. Yeah, the scene's really like taking off. I'm pretty impressed, and then it's cool to see the amount of people, even since I've started, that have started and are sticking with it. Like
Yeah.
it's neat. Yeah, dude, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, Tyler.
Bye, Tyler. I'll have you on eventually. Let's